how to configure resources in Dynamics 365. Let's go ahead and have a look. Now, when you install Dynamics 365 for Project Service, the resource scheduling is also enabled that allows you to manage all the resources. Now, this resource management includes working hours, that is how much working hours a particular resource is available for a project. It also includes resource skills. So for a particular project, you might need some skills like .NET or coding or DevOps skills, etc. Then there is resource roles. You might require a functional consultant, a technical consultant, a team manager, so on and so forth. Then you need to define the target utilization, that is how much you want to utilize a particular resource in a project. It may be 60% or 90% or 100%. And then there are certain characteristics. A particular resource has certain certifications and other achievements that you can also define in the characteristics as well. So let's take a scenario. For example, for Tech Quantum Australia, we are implementing Dynamics 365 Business Central. And in this project, we need 3 resource roles. One functional, one technical consultant, and one business analyst. Now on your Dynamics 365 PSA app, go to the change area. Now over here, you will find 2 settings, roles and skills. So these are the roles master. For example, what all roles are available or can be available. You just specify all the roles over here in your organization, and these roles then can be attached to particular resources. Similarly, there can be many skills which you can specify over here, like accounting, finance, business central, C#, C++. So you can define all the skills, and this is the skills master, and you can attach these skills to particular resource. So these all skills and roles can be reused again and again for various resources. So let's just go ahead and for our example, define the roles first. So we need a functional consultant, which is not available over here. So we'll just go ahead and create one and give it a name, and then also give a description over here. And then we have this target utilization that it specifies you to enter the target usage rate for this resource role. So it's in a percentage basis. So how much do you want to utilize this particular role? So it can be, for example, let's say there should always be a 90% utilization for functional consultants. And then there is billing type. So is this role a non-chargeable role, a chargeable role, or complementary role that you're just giving up free to your clients, or something which is not available? Mostly in most of the cases, the roles that you create would be chargeable so that you can charge to your customers. So select chargeable over here, and once that is all done, you can click on save. Now over here, there is a skills section which specifies, what all skills should be required for a functional consultant role. But before you can define this, you have to define all the skills in the skills master data. So let's just go ahead and create 2 more roles that we require for this project. So similarly, I have created a technical consultant role with 90% utilization and billing type is chargeable, and also a business analyst role, again with 90% target utilization and billing type as chargeable. Now you need to make sure you have to define all the skills as well apart from the roles in the skills master. So let's just go ahead and click on skills. And once you define it over here, you can then attach it to the roles. So we already have a programming skill which is available, like C#. Let's just open that. You will see that we have the name and the description, and the characteristics type is a skill. So let's just go ahead and click on new. Let's just make a very generic skill which says PU Business Central, and in the description we can mention Business Central knowledge. And in the characteristics type, you can either define that as a skill or a certification. So there may be many scenarios where when you send a quote to your customer, they might ask you, or there must be a requirement which says, okay, these many resources should have these kind of certifications like PMI or dynamic certifications, so on and so forth. So you can specify if this skill is of type skill or a certification. So right now let's just define that as a skill and save and close. And then for a business analyst, let's just define one more skill where we can say that we require a skill business analyst for let's say requirement gathering. And then again, this is a skill and we can click on save. So once you have defined the skills in the skills master, let's just go back to our roles once again. And let's just open the functional consultant role over here. And then over here, we can define or attach the skills which are required for the functional consultant. So in this case, we require that the functional consultant should know Business Central. So let's just click on new role competency. So over here, as you can see, this is the required field. You can define the skill. So if you click once, it will show you all the recent skills that you have just added, or you can actually create a new characteristics right from the roles page itself. But let's just attach Business Central. And over here, we can define the proficiency level that is required for this particular role. So these are some of the masters which are already installed as soon as you install the project service automation. So the proficiency level can be familiar, good, or proficient. We want the role to be proficient in Business Central in this case. So let's just select that and click save and close. Now, when you save this record, you will see that the name is by default not specified, so you can just double click on the record, and then for this particular competency you can specify Business Central Expert and then save it. And now you have attached the skill to the role. Similarly, you can attach different skills to the different roles, and you can also attach more than one skills to a particular role. So as you can see over here, I have added business analysis skill as well for the functional consultant, and I've said that the user should be familiar with the business analysis skill. Similarly, I have specified the skills for technical consultant. So in this case, the role requires that the person is expert in Business Central and also has C# programming proficiency. Similarly, for business analyst, the person should have a basic understanding of Business Central because he would be talking to the customers, but he should always be proficient in business analysis skills. Now, the ratings or the proficiency levels that you were selecting while defining skills on roles, that also you can define in the proficiency models. So if you click on the proficiency models, some of them are already installed when you install the project service automation. So let's just go ahead and check the default rating model. Now this is the default rating model that we were using, which had familiar, good, and proficient. So what you can do is you can define your own rating model, give it a name, and define a minimum rating value and a maximum rating value, and then define the values. So instead of familiar, good, or proficient, you can define your particular names that your organization is comfortable with, like bad, good, and excellent, and you can be creative with that. Just to summarize what we have done till now is we have set up a few things in the resource management. What we have done is we have defined the roles master, we have defined skills master, and optionally you can also define proficiency model that you would like to use. And then we have attached the skills to various roles and also specified the proficiency levels of those skills that are required by those roles like functional consultant, technical consultant, or a business analyst. So why don't you go ahead and try it out for yourself?